Alright, so fortunately Sukuna was good, so I got to keep this video up. But I'm still getting way too many questions about who you should summon on, why, and what exactly should you do. So I'm basically going to narrow it down to 3 units, and you could even only summon on 2 units, and you could easily probably clear up to floor 50, and I'm not even joking. I'm genuinely not, okay? So we're gonna get into that, but I do like kind of showing my previous videos so that you don't have to waste your time to go backwards to see explanations. For example, if you wanted Blue Ghetto, or for example, if Yuta, or if you wanted Zonji, right? So this is essentially what I did 10 days ago, and I'd say this is very true, very accurate. He's green, Sukuna is green, and he is highly recommended, but maybe even more than just highly recommended, almost getting close to a must summon. I mean, we'll talk about why exactly, but Sukuna is absolutely just fucking disgusting. So that's that. Now, also, quick question down below. Let me know, please. I need yeses if you guys want me to make an updated version of this, because now how many buffs there have been. This is a rather accurate list, but I think there are definitely different changes that I should make. So let me know if I should make an updated version of this and a more recent version. So please let me know if I update this down below with every single unit in the game, who to summon for, right? That's essentially what I wanted to kind of start off with. But now we could get into the 3 units that I think are the only ones free to play should touch, okay? And also, before we really get into it, this is also, I'm going to make it to where it's like for free to plays, but also for pay to wins at the same time. Now, number 1 is the Wayne Gojo. I think this guy's a must-need. People will argue otherwise maybe, but I mean, anyone who's argued otherwise are global players. That's just a fact. I'm not even kidding. So why exactly you would want Domain Gojo is because he runs as a support for every single typing. I mean, we already know this, but it's just because of how strong it is. And the other reason is because we might not even get pity for hidden inventory. And this is one of the biggest points. But Domain Gojo is definitely your number 1 must-want unit in this game, to the point where it's like you need to have him almost to really make tower like actual baby content, right? That's basically what I'm vouching for. But it's also the fact that like we only got pity after hidden inventory on JP, right? So we got pity in September, right at the end. And look, we have to do a bunch of jumps. August, July, June, May is when we got hidden inventory. So there's a big gap on JP, and it seems like Global's gonna get it early. But if not, I mean, it's obviously better to only summon. And by pity, I mean pity transfer. I feel like most people understand what I mean by now, but I would like to say pity transfer. And why pity transfer is better is because let's say you get lucky, or let's say you get him early. Let's say you get the Wayne Gojo at 120 pity. You could make that 6 multis in the future that you just have free pity points, right? So 120 pulls transfers to 60 points in the future for any single banner, to make it so when you do get shafted, you're actually not, it's not going to matter, because you only will have to go how much is it? I think 45,000 instead of 75,000 for pity. So that's my number 1 point, unrelated to Gojo, is that anyone after pity transfer is added gets like more value, or like has a higher like recommendation from me, right? This is number 1, obviously. Now number 2 is Sukuna. These are the only 2 units you need in the game. I'm surprisingly not joking. These 2 units can clear tower together alone. Well, alone is a strong stretch. You could obviously with like other supports, but still. And I'm really not joking. I'm not joking, guys. I cleared type disadvantage floor 45 with Sukuna and Domain Gojo, with a fucking 2 SR units besides them, right? It's doable. It's doable. And actually, it was with Inumaki also. A rare 2 SR units and the 2 SSRs. Type disadvantage, right? So if you really think about it, if you're going purely for optimal min-maxing, right, you just need these 2 units. And the main reason is because this guy is able to do, well, decent damage, even like type disadvantage, right? I think we did like 1 million or something. Oh, Tectone, not now. But, oh, I guess it's just not, okay, there we go. So he could do type disadvantage damage, right? Which is just really good. And the main reason is because of his cleaves, right? His cleaves amount on his ult alone to 800%, but 2 turns later you add another 450. So then they start stacking, that's type neutral, and then you just win against everything, right? Like, it's just crazy to think about. But we could check the ult, see how much it did. Type disadvantage, right? Which is what makes it just kind of insane to think about. But yeah, so let's just see. So look at that. That's like about 2 million. We did 2 million times disadvantage, which obviously is very good. Then he's not going to die because he keeps on getting healed. And then he also has dots, which could be like 700k to almost, in very rare cases, up to 1 million, right? So it's truly disgusting. It really is disgusting just how good Sukuna and Gojo are together. So it's like, yeah, if you're really playing the long game, these guys are going to be out by half anniversary in May. So if you want to wait like 4 months, you're going to be able to beat all the content very simply with these two units, and you don't need anyone else, right? Basically. But besides that, the other unit, if you really want, is Teen Gojo, because he's going to make the yellow floors easy. Obviously, you could beat it with Sukuna, but might it take a couple tries? Sure. But Teen Gojo is just a very strong unit to have. And I mean, obviously, Tower's not the only content. So having other units like Teen Gojo, having a DPS of every color is what I was vouching for. But Sukuna kind of brought that theory away because it's just like, you don't even need, colors don't matter to Sukuna, bro. Bro, he's inclusive. Okay, he's inclusive. He beats everyone up, all right? So that's crazy. But Gojo is still a very good unit. The only thing is he does go on standard. So for some people thinking he's limited, he is not limited. He is a standard banner unit. The only reason why I wouldn't even like consider summoning on him is if there's no pity transfer on his banner. That's literally it. Because besides that, he's a really good unit. Like literally the second best DPS. But even if, I don't even think if Gojo could be used with Domain Gojo, he'd be better. Because Sukuna just has that extra bleed, which is just too good, right? It is too good, genuinely. Because it's like Sukuna's ult damage is higher than this, but then he also has an extra 800% bleed. So it's like, you know, you just can't say that he's better, right? I don't think so, personally. But Gojo doesn't leave. This Gojo doesn't leave. And another reason why you'd summon for this Teen Gojo instead of maybe Toji is because you already have Yuta. So it's like kind of wasteful. But obviously, this is purely for min-maxing. Like I said, this is a min-maxing video. And then Green Ghetto, it's like he's mainly for whales. Because it's mainly a green DPS team. Very good with other greens, especially Nobara. Especially. So it's like, yeah, sure. Green Ghetto and Toji are like top 10, top 15 contender units. Toji's top 10, Ghetto's top 15 contender. And it's like, these units already have places or might not even be needed, right? So that's the main thing I'm arguing, where it's like Teen Gojo, well, I mean, there's no other really that OP yellow DPS yet, right? But let's say you're sick of Gojos. Well then, just two things. If you're sick of Gojos or if there's no pity transfer, then the best thing to do is just November 2024 is when we got all this, right? And then it's going to be us in May, right? For us, it would be in May, I believe. So in May, we're going to be getting Zone G. We're going to be getting Domain Gojo, maybe even closer to June. And let's just say that if you just save for this, it might be better because these guys are limited, but pity transfer will be there. And you're going to have a bunch of shit saved up, especially because it's anniversary. You're going to have so much shit saved up. And if you want to wait that long because you feel safe with your account right now, then that might not be a bad idea. I mean, you could maybe go for Zone G, Domain, and also Sukuna. I mean, there's someone on Global who saved up, I think, like 70,000 free to play, or is it 60? I don't remember. But in another like 90 days, you could probably get up to 150, get 2 guaranteed pities. But then there's going to be pity transfer, which is going to make it pretty nice. So, yeah, I mean, listen. Gojo is great, but he's going to be on standard, okay? So it's like either Gojo or Zonji. It's really up to you. It's going to be Tinjo, Tinjo if there is transferable pity when he comes out. But if not, I feel like saving for Zonji is just going to be better. So it really is like, guys, you just need these 2 units. But if you want a yellow DPS, one of the 2 is fine. It's just like Sukuna could do all the green stages. So it's really like, guys, you go for Domain Gojo, you go for Sukuna, and whoever else you want, you get. That's basically what I'm saying, right? Like, if that's how you could read it. Because, listen, Sukuna could clear all the stages if you really put your mind to it. Will it be as easy as other DPS's type advantage? No. But can he clear it? Yes. Okay. I want to make sure that distinction is made clear. It's not like he's absolutely one-tapping, one turn winning against every single color. But is he completely, absolutely destroying blue? Yes. Can he win against other colors? Yes. Is it very easy, done in one try? No. But it's still doable, right? So it's like after getting these 2, or like making sure you have the resources to get these 2, anyone else you want, you could get. That's basically it. That's all I'm saying. If you want to go for fucking Saki because you think she has a good design, go for it, right? If you want to go for Kaido because you think his art's good, go for it. If you want to go for Miguel because you like Miguel, go for it. If you want to collect every Nanami, go for it. But I really feel like just make sure you probably have it in mind that these two are units you will very likely want. Is Tower doable without it? Yeah, for sure. Pay to wins are probably already almost done. And you could obviously use Mahito and Hanami, but these two make it very, very easy and are obviously very, very fun units.